Yo, Fashion Nova shows a lot of love to shorties on the Instagram.
Yo, bro, I'm telling you, first man to start rocking and tagging the brand, they're getting free clothes. I'm
saying
telling
you're
you
on that.
You're taking advantage of the launch?
No way.
Yeah, you might catch me on
that.
I romp him?
Yeah. I'm going on vacation.
I have to bust a romp him.
Honestly, you may catch me on like a, you know those beach. It's not a towel, but
you can't wear that in Toronto. You have to wear that on.
Poncho.
I know
it's kind of see-through.
He's talking about the look of thing that girls are over their bikinis.
Yeah. You may catch me
with the flowers on.
Yeah.
If we all coordinate proper, we could take over fashion.
Like when they wear like those mesh, like it's like a lot. Yeah,
like a light towel.
Yeah, sometimes it's not even mesh. It's like see-through.
It's kind of like a poncho.
Yeah.
Just
put it
over
kind of
here.
silky.
Yeah. Silky and see-through. Okay, see.
That's just the kind
Fashion Nova men reach out. Still, the emails in the.
I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna see. I'm gonna check the website out, or like 100%.
Yeah, I'm definitely checking.
I'll take a scroll.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to the website.
If they had $10 tech fleece, what are like?
10
What do you really say? Nike has to hold this seat, so let's take the L.
What's a Nike tech fleece, like $2?
Yeah?
Probably more than that, no? For like both.
A bill for the pants, a bill
Wait,
for
hold on,
the
this is for real?
What? Yeah.
Fashion Nova's dropping?
Yeah.
Yeah, for guys.
Tomorrow. Wild times.
Did they show any sneak peeks?
Yeah, there's actually a Toronto man modeling all the shit. It's a Toronto guy I know that's modeling all their shit still. And a lot of the stuff looks like, they have some greasy like short sleeve button ups. Some nice ones. They're bright.
I have to come off that swag, and not everyone wants to like be on their bowling shirts, you know what I'm saying?
So everybody?
Huh?
Who's that?
Everybody, man. It's out there.
Spread around the city?
It's spreading. Look, bro.
Bowling socks? Yeah, Justin. A man used to work at Eaton Center.
That's 10 bones?
Eaton Center.
10 bones, fam. They didn't drop any of the prices yet, but I know for women,
Got about to go button
dog,
up.
I'm telling you, that's some things, bro.
Clothes, bro.
Denim button up.
These ones you're
Look
talking
at that.
about,
That's
eh?
not rude. Are you Trey? That's you right there.
nah,
Trey, that's you right there.
All jokes aside.
Yo, tell me. I swear I see you rocking something like that already.
Yeah.
Dog, tell me that's not lit.
Yo, the thing is, Fashion Nova men's gonna be the new Blue Notes of 2008, bro.
Is it though?
It depends how diverse their product line will be.
Cardi, you know?
Because everyone's like on it, so everyone's just gonna be like bossing the same thing. Like I hate going somewhere and seeing a man like when Urban Outfitters started getting popular around here. Like I saw everybody in. Like,
it's different when women are all wearing kind of the same thing because they know how to switch it up with like accessories.
They're mad accessories.
Hair.
This, yo.
It's like only so much a nigga can do, right?
Bro.
Throw a shirt on the clothes, like
yeah. When I'm getting ready in the morning, it's just like all right, poncho shirt.
Yeah, like guys can't differentiate.
Jeez.
Well, Gwan, welcome to Group Chat. We got Marlon back on the show. How you doing, Marlon?
I'm good.
I'm chilling.
You looking nice, rocking yellow now.
Yeah.
Summertime
vibes.
Are we wearing the same shorts, Julian?
Shit, get me started.
That's cute.
Yeah,
That's cute.
You know what I mean, we text each other. You know what I'm saying?
What you guys been up to, yo? I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a minute.
Bro.
Yeah, no, it's been a minute. Still, yo, just.
You doodle on your socks, bro.
This guy dropped burritos on his socks.
Oh,
It's on the kicks, bro.
Nah, don't act surprised, bro.
Don't act crazy.
Nah, this is new. This is new.
This guy's diarrhea slid down his
Bro,
leg.
it's on your It's on your shoes.
Oh, that's for money, dude.
Yo, look.
Yeah.
Bro, it's well inside your kicks.
What is it?
That's inside my
It's
kicks.
in his kicks, bro. You're
Holy.
Disrespect the J.
It looks like when a girl hugs you and you have a white tee on.
That girl hugged my kicks.
That's the worst.
Yo, the top of the morning, it's like, yo,
it doesn't come off.
That's a true sign of a gallus still. All I gotta do is look at your shoulder halfway through the party.
Yeah,
and
it's
be
a
like,
gallus.
yeah,
It's a gallus.
right there still.
Watch your chain, your mic.
Does it come off? You know how to get it off?
What? Nah, not really.
I don't know how to get it off.
Makeup?
Really gets off.
Yeah, makeup.
Yeah, no, like dead ass. I washed my white tees like 3 times. It'll still be there.
Still there.
I've never washed a white tee once in my life, to be honest with you.
What's the best white
that
tee
shit out.
like ratio?
That's what Fashion Nova needs to do.
Because like I find there's a black tee that's like perfect, like black tee that doesn't have too bigger arms.
Yo,
like the sleeve can't be too big.
that's universal.
The neck gotta be nice. I mean, the neck could be better, but it's decent.
Yeah, the neck could be better on that
Hold
one.
on, feel the quality.
It's strong. It's a Gildan? Oh, is that
That's
Gildan?
a Zara thing.
It's a Uniqlo. Get off.
The neck could be a little.
Yo, you know what I hate?
Yeah,
When you
the neck
come
could be a
on
little
white
tighter.
tee, and then it's floaty.
Oh, yeah.
Or
The ones that fold up? No. That's the worst by themselves.
I have those.
Yo,
I hate
Stussy
those.
should start making white tees. I like Stussy shirts. Sometimes they're
Not too expensive, man.
Yo, where's your secret white tee location?
My white tee location?
Yeah, all mans have a little secret.
I literally just like have them all hung up in my closet. Like in just
Nah,
one.
like,
spot.
where you purchase
Oh, where that cop? Kensington.
Kenzo,
Yo, that
Kensington
store
still.
with the jerseys.
There's a,
He be
yeah,
having
there's
some.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the, you know the
The
brown
guy
man.
needs
Yeah,
your-
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Durags.
yeah.
They get the
Yeah,
Durags
that's
stuff.
Yeah, that's
There's
that
some
guy.
Durags
That guy's
too.
blessed.
That guy is sick. He'll run you a discount too.
He's seasonal though, you know. Whenever white tees are in season,
Zara has
they
the
go.
sickest white tees. I'm gonna call it from now. Still.
Nah, this
Zara?
is dress shirt.
Nah,
Like I just want to drop 10
man.
bones and walk away with like
That's what it
7
is.
white
Zara
tees.
has the nicest
10
like
bones.
modern
10 bones for one
white
tee?
tees. I find.
Yeah.
Like you know how white tees like they're not like tall like 5X tees anymore, obviously, but they're still like lengthy
they're
a little
slim
bit.
Fit your shoulders nice and like they're crisp.
Zara will have those like those what do they
The
call
zip
it?
up
Scoop?
business?
No,
Oh,
not the
okay,
zip.
okay,
I'm
okay.
not
Scoop,
feeling
we
the.
can't do the scoops.
I can't do the zip. The zip is
I can't do the
like
scoop
I
either.
can't do
Jason
the
Derulo,
zip.
like-
I can't do the split.
Just want a white t-shirt. That's
Can't
it.
do the split, you know.
Yo, nothing, bro.
I like the
right
dip.
here?
It's not the split. It's a
Nah,
dip.
you
Bro,
know when
white
they cut
tee,
your
no
tee right
gimmicks.
here.
The dip so I can get in my pocket nice and easy, and I don't. My shirt's not
Easy
I see
ruffled.
the
Easy
purpose. I
access.
see
Because
the
your
purpose.
shirt doesn't go like all ruffled up. You're just like, I'm
I see
blessed.
the purpose, but I can't do it
Yeah.
still.
Random,
With a
bro.
regular white tees. To be honest.
regular.
When I get married, I'm getting married in a penguin tux. I want my shit stretched.
I might get wearing a white tee.
Oh,
In a
no.
white tee.
Oh, those are.
I thought he was gonna say that.
The
Just
long
penguin
tails?
tux. Like I thought. He was
Yo,
gonna
I
say white
seen
tee.
what's her name? Kat Von D, the tattoo
Tattoo
artist
artist,
girl.
yeah.
She had her wedding. Shit was all red. Like all. She was wearing all red. There's like this like
Trey
big sky like circle dome of red flowers above like the altar or whatever, and everyone in the audience was wearing red. It looked wild.
A Pyro wedding.
YG
That's for
was
you. I'm not
there.
getting married.
YG there
You
turned
getting
up.
married?
Nah, not when.
Like in like.
Yeah, yeah. I thought you meant
wait,
like,
there's rumors
soon. Like, no.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah, yeah,
engaged.
no.
I thought you were
I want to
engaged.
get married.
You
Yeah,
wanna get married?
eventually.
Nice, nice. How many kids you want to have?
Okay, do your thing.
Like 5, 6.
Excuse
Yeah,
me?
you're Jamaican stuff.
Real fucking.
Nah,
You
shit,
gotta-
my
you
wife
gotta-
doesn't have to have all of them. Like, we get to adopt, but.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
So you
maybe.
say that-
No. She doesn't have to push out 6 kids. Like, I know that's work.
Yeah.
But if she
But if
wants to,
you're down
hey.
for it,
I mean, if you're down for it, the blood's better than.
Bro, you gotta raise the odds. Like one of them gotta be like famous and shit. So like, you gotta cash
You
out.
gotta
One
do
of them could be
something.
chopped.
Imagine you get 6 chopped children. That's
They're all annoying. As,
crazy.
oh, God.
They're all as bad youths.
That's got to be some karma or something. Do you guys believe in that whole like when you have a daughter that's karma?
Oh,
Business?
Player's curse.
Yo,
It's
I don't
called
know.
Player's curse. or
Player's curse?
Yeah, it's called
Is
that's
that still a
just-
thing in 2018? Can you even say that?
People fucking just said. I think.
man.
Maybe
But yo, I know a lot
Well,
of players with daughters though.
Because that's the thing, like that Kanye song. That's what rubbed me the wrong way about that Kanye song. Violent Crimes?
Yeah, about
Yeah.
The one he talked about his daughter and his wife? That's what rubbed me wrong about
Niggas
that.
is
Because it's like,
players.
yeah, niggas is players,
Niggas is
niggas is
So they
savage.
have
I'm like,
daughters,
I know a lot of
Niggas
niggas
is
who
players.
aren't.
Like,
Like,
niggas have daughters.
he put out a weird narrative for white kids that don't know black people like that, which is a large part of his
I feel
audience.
like that was just
Song,
a father song.
I feel like that was a dad song.
Listen, I understand it's personal to him, but you got to understand with like his audience, right? Majority, a lot of rich white kids who aren't familiar with black lifestyle, black culture. So for him to go out and be like, niggas is savage, niggas is players, blah, 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 and to say all these things and say like, oh, I hope my daughter, like for me, he was like kind of sexualizing his daughter. I hope my daughter is shaped like me and not like him. I hope you don't do
I hear
yoga.
that.
I hope
Yeah.
you don't do Pilates. But
feel
why?
But look at all the attention Kim gets.
But
But
why?
why? I am a nigga. I know what they want, bro.
But that's what he wants. You see why it's weird? That's what he
Niggas
wants.
want that. That's what.
So you're telling me
want
every
that.
nigga you know wants the same thing.
Pretty much, nigga.
Yo, across the board is like
Pretty
That's
much.
on
crazy.
average.
That's
And here's the-
wild.
I hear your point, but when he's saying nigga, like you're emphasizing nigga, but you know how we use nigga. We're not particularly talking
No,
about black
I
people,
know
you
that.
what I'm
No, I
saying?
know
So it's
that.
like,
But
it's just guys
he's
in
the
general.
representative. You see what I'm saying? Like when
feel
you're a
like-
black kid
I
in
get
the
it.
in the
Yeah.
all white school,
But I think
everyone's
it's just-
looking to what you say about
But
black
that's, I wouldn't
people.
say
I think
that's
it's Kanye
That's not the
talking-
majority of his audience. Though.
Go ahead, Drew.
I feel like Kanye is like everyone.
Very diverse.
Kanye.
Very diverse. Yeah.
I feel like Kanye's speaking as Kanye, but he's just speaking like we all know like Kanye was like a dog and rapping about like this girl and doing this and doing that. So it's just like now he has a daughter. He's just like,
Wasn't
yo,
that
fuck
bad.
it.
The
Like,
thing
yeah,
about
what
Kanye is he
really
actually
like
hides
most
his
guys
shit
are.
very well. Because if he didn't say that stuff, I wouldn't know. I didn't know Kanye was out here being a savage. Like, realistically, I've only seen him in the news with 3 women. I don't know what tons
Yeah,
of
but
women are.
yeah, you know, but
Bro,
just-
you know,
I
niggas
understand
is
that.
rappers and niggas out here being NBA players. You know what it is. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
for
Like,
sure.
But is he like how literal was he being though? 'Cause there's one line in there that kind of like that threw me off where he was like, I told my wife I never seen her something after I hit it by Felicia or something like that. You heard that line on there?
Yeah.
So like I don't know how like literal he was being with like all the shorty shit. 'Cause he doesn't come off as like that kind of guy to me, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I was talking about like his whole career. You know what I mean? Like from like old songs and shit, talking about.
He doesn't
girls
really talk
and
about
all
girls
that.
like that. As
Yeah.
far as rapper goes, he's not like.
Not nearly as
Yeah,
much.
not heavy like that.
When
but,
he's
like,
That's why I
he
find
has
it hard
mentioned
to
But
connect
when he
with his new
does, it's
stuff.
more
Yeah, I don't know if he's
intimate
being serious, though.
relationships. When he does, it's not like bare like hold this or like bitch that. It's more like oh fuck you in the bathroom or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're right though, but where it's like he's not necessarily even writing the majority of his stuff, right? Like
I didn't say that.
he isn't though.
He isn't, though.
That's a fact. Like he brought
I
in
can't
so many
speak on
people
that.
for this album. TLOP had the most writers I've ever seen in my life. And I don't know if
At the end
it's
of the day, I mean, it's a great album.
okay, for example, Drake's situation with the whole Quincy Miller thing. It's not a ghost. People are just running with that narrative because it's a funnier thing to say, and if you want Drake to take an L, you're gonna say that, right?
Yeah.
But Quentin is credited in every song that he's written on. So how's that a ghostwriter? A ghostwriter is someone that's not credited at all.
Yeah.
They got thrown money, they wrote for it, you never hear about them again. And on top of that, when you have writers, for example, if I'm writing my autobiography, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not a writer. I'm gonna hit up someone that's a writer and say, yo, this is my story. All right, blah, 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 blah. That person's just writing it to make it sound good.
Yeah.
So you never know if that's the situation with Kanye as well, where he's just like, this is what it is, and somebody else is just interpreting his thoughts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a slippery slope to play with like writing and shit because realistically we do not know what's going on. 'Cause, like
You have no
sometimes
idea.
like you brought up the point where it's like someone could be in a studio and say like one word, where it's like instead of saying XYZ, say XZY, and they get like a writer credit for that.
And Kanye is known for that.
Yeah, so it's such a slippery slope to play with it unless you're like there and you know for sure. So I just stay out of that argument in general, just because it's like who knows, you know what I'm saying?
I just
Like,
feel like a lot of times with music, I just look at the album and I just take the music as it is. Like I don't really care who wrote what because at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's just
This
like
shit sounds
a
great.
lot of artists they'll take something that someone maybe gave to them and then switch a certain word that like that person could. They just give them a rolling start. You know what I mean? Like when you work on a group project and I write something like blah 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 and June says yo put this word here instead of that and then that just sounds better when
Yeah.
it's coming from me and it sounds a certain way
and,
'cause
like,
it's coming from
I
me.
feel like
so,
delivery is overlooked a lot. Because if you've heard the Quentin Miller reference tracks, bro, they're terrible.
nearly as
good,
They're
bro.
yeah.
bad. Like they're
Yeah.
like
He
what's the
can't
one?
be a star by himself.
Damn, I heard one the other day and it was just so bad.
all reference tracks are bad, bro. Like a lot of them.
terrible.
But even
bro.
Nicki's one little part where where Kanye left it on the album and he's like,
love that shit.
she's like, you should say this or whatever. If you
didn't-
go back and
he
listen to
didn't use
how
it.
Kanye said it,
different,
he
yeah.
said
Different.
it completely
Yeah.
different than how she wrote it.
Yeah.
So it's like, and at the end of the day, like you said, like, I'll just listen to the music and take it for what it is because at the end of the day, even if you didn't write it per se or whatever, you still sat down there, listened to it for however long it sat with you and you said, yeah, this is me. I'm putting it out, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's definitely reflected upon your values and your beliefs if you're willing to put that body of work
Yeah.
out.
And plus, like, at the end of the day, it's just like if you have a project and you can make that project that much better with someone else's say and someone else's ideas, that's also great minded. Like, you, like, why not? I don't see the point of it.
I think a lot of people,
Kind
a
of
lot of
like
people
your
think
average
that-
like traditional MC where it's like, yo, I'm bragging about like, oh, I write all my own shit. He's really about the music, so it's like it doesn't even matter. It's like beyond that.
It's like a fucking, it's like a big ass orchestra, man. You gotta have your jazz player in there.
I think
I don't know
what
about
happens
that.
too is that like we got so used to hearing like it's safe to say that a lot of music right now is in a sense watered down, but if you listen to it with different ears you can appreciate all types of music, right?
and that's what this chat is about today. So let's get into that.
You can appreciate all different types of music. So if I'm listening to young, like I don't even know, Young Thug, Uzi, Playboy Cardi, whoever, one of those guys, I'm not gonna listen to it with the same ears as I'm listening to Talib Kweli, Common, like
yeah,
any of
course.
those people. You know what I mean? And with some people, they judge it on the same ears. So it's like, okay, why is this not sound as good as this?
Yeah.
When you can't listen to them for both the same intent.
We were talking about that. Actually.
Hold that thought. Let me restart my
Oh, you want
fucking
it?
camera. Shit.
Yeah, man. So we was on. We're talking about that, and I said something similar, and then Julian made a good point. He's like, "Yo, is that really the case, or is it only because we're making excuses for people who like can't make as good music, like just
Oh,
trash
yeah, we're
music coming
definitely
out, but
making
it's like us
excuses.
making excuses, like, well, I guess it's good for like."
Yeah, that was my
this,
point. 'cause
this
We're
way.
definitely making
You'll have
excuses.
artists like Ye, you'll have like Drizzy, and then you'll hear like the other artists, right?
Yeah.
Like we all like say the 6ix9ine.
you dare.
Trippie Red.
Yeah, like those, and it's like, all right, they're good. Like, okay, they're not Kanye, they're not Drake, but
Yeah.
Like I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like once you make that excuse or that argument for someone being good, how good are they?
You dumb down your taste, is what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. It's like a basketball player saying like, oh, he's not LeBron, but like he does his part, like he's a role player or whatever. It's like you just kind of like lower your standards to elevate that person's performance or whatever it may be.
I can understand that, but I don't think it's the same.
Dude, like with all. Go ahead, Marlon.
I can understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
but I think it's okay to do that when it comes to like music and rap. Like I don't think it's the same when it comes to other genres like R&B or country or something. Like if you were to hear a really watered down version of country, it probably wouldn't be listenable at all if you're a country fan. You see what I'm saying? Whereas rap has always been versatile enough where there's always been some trash niggas who are popping and some good niggas who are popping. It's always been that way, no matter what time you look at.
And I think with the attitude that comes with rap, it's so competitive. So that's what kind of brings up that problem. But when you look at it, like go back to the 90s and shit, when Jay-Z was coming up, Jay-Z was looked at like, yo, Jay-Z's like the GOAT. And then you had other rappers that are coming up like...
Yeah, Biz Markie saying, say you just a friend, and that song pop, but he can't sing.
That's a good song.
So we always had those like categories of like rappers where it's like, you can't touch these niggas. These are just guys that are popping right now. These are guys that are going to be like just had a one-hit wonder. And I feel like that's always been the case. So we're gonna have our Kanyes and our Drakes and our Young Thugs because those are like Young Thug is
like imagine like
great in hip hop.
He's really good. He's a
going
genius.
down as one of the greats.
He's a genius.
He
Easily.
doesn't really think it's good.
He doesn't think that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Have you listened to a lot of Young Thug?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
But
I don't know. I think just his melodies. I think just his melodies.
get there,
Rapping
but my
ability, I wouldn't say he's like fucking amazing, but his melodies, I think, are what drives him. Without the melodies, Young Thug's nobody.
Before we go into Young Thug, because there's a lot of different shit I want to kind of talk about with him. Speaking about like his rapping abilities and shit like that, but I wanted to talk a little bit more about like, do you think all these new? Okay, so we're talking on the previous episode, and we're saying how like certain artists open up certain doors for other artists, if you want to categorize them as SoundCloud rappers, to come up and like kind of do their thing. And he was saying, is that a good door to open? Is that a good thing? Like we open that door for like, remember we were saying how like you said that? No. Remember like we'll say like Young Thug opened the door for like a lot of different rappers to come in.
My points got misconstrued. He was talking about Chief Keef, saying Chief Keef's a pioneer so that makes him a great. And I'm saying like, what did he pioneer? Like what kind of music like is that per se? You know what I'm saying? It's like I can come out, I can.
He presented a shift.
Music.
He presented a shift that was reflected worldwide. So like if you look at UK, the UK is doing a lot of drill music. They've been doing it since Chief Keef came out, and that's like a whole new genre for
grime.
them.
It's like
no, it's not even. It's not the same. The UK drill is, they consider that UK rap. Grime is like on a completely faster paced, like kind of house garage beats almost sometimes. Yeah. But the UK drill, like guys like 6-7, Section Boys, like that's reflective of someone like Chief Keef. Like a lot of the Toronto rap you see today reflected of Chief Keef. And it's not necessarily...
Section Boys been out before Chief Keef though.
Who?
Section Boys.
Were they?
Yeah, they were rapping before Chief, because Chief Keef popped off.
Were they doing the same type of music?
But it doesn't matter when he popped off. It's like, when did Chief Keef like start rapping? Because they
I'm saying they were making their music like a minute ago.
I think Chief Keef just came in at
it was similar. Cause they was riding with like Skepta and shit. Like,
imagine he was listening to Section and just sold their whole swag. That's crazy.
Honestly, I feel like just Chief Keef has a deeper impact in hip hop and like what he's done and shit.
No, I understand that.
It's a good door to open.
To my point, it had nothing to do with good door, bad door. It's like you can call someone a pioneer, but it's like what are you calling them a pioneer for per se? Like you're saying he was a great, and like your reasoning for saying he's a great is that he was a pioneer or whatever. And I'm like, okay, yeah, like you can call him a pioneer, but like it's for drill music. Is that like that good of a music to say that someone's a great just because they pioneered drill music?
I took it back because
that was my point. Not that it was bad or good door, bad door.
I said like Chief Keef was one of my favorite artists, and like he still is. But it's just like he's not really consistent with his music. But I think like when he does come out with a good song or he has a good direction, and that's put like Yeezus on Yeezus Hold My Liquor, like Chief Keef was really good on the song. He didn't really have a verse, he was just doing the chorus. He was really good, but like I feel like he's a strong artist, but he just doesn't have good direction. Like Thug came in, had a crazy influence, had a crazy like just a crazy different sound that like nobody was used to, and he had
I
good
wouldn't say
direction.
crazy different, because he's a lot of Wayne.
Yeah.
Even like someone like Andre, like people forget about people.
See,
Like
that's
Andre.
what
he's pushing boundaries though. Like,
He
That's
still
outside
pushes
the music,
boundaries.
though.
Like he
Like,
does
people
it. He
forget
does a
about
lot.
people like Andre 3000, who is
Yep.
like who really pioneered that kind of sound in rap music, where it's like totally different and more
Even
like
his style.
that style wise. Andre 3000 was dressing like Young Thug before Young Thug, and like you want to say he was.
Yeah, he was,
Dressing
bro.
shit.
Yeah, bro. To award shows and shit. Like
he
most
was-
elaborate
fucking-
clothes you could see in your life.
Like this weird, like you seen the pics of him like in the like pink fur coats, like that was like before Cameron days and all that. So it's like
He reminds me of like an Asian guy. Like, you know how Asian people can just
Like,
wear anything
so
and it
before-
just looks swaggy?
Shorter wave.
that's him. So I feel like before you start to say people are pioneers, this and that, like you really gotta know your history and like where it's coming from.
I wasn't even talking about like Thug's style. I was talking about Thug's like
Even the music,
rapping
even
and
the
shit
music.
like that.
If you listen to 3000, Andre 3000, a lot of it is like that. Like expect like now, listen to it now, you might have a different ear because you're used to shit. But imagine when it first came out and you didn't hear any of that.
To be honest, I'm still gonna disagree with that because Jermaine played a lot of Outkast and
Nah, I didn't get too funky with
3000.
Outkast. I usually, like,
He's playing like the main tracks.
Like
I remember.
ATL
not
and
the main
shit like-
joints,
nah,
but
you
like
got
more of
deep
like
in there.
the like, not too crazy, not too like left field. Like, you know, it's just like.
Maybe I gotta take a deeper dive into it, but from like what Young Thug did and like his sound coming up and the screaming and not understanding the mumble rap, that's what you want to say, is just like, even when you broke down, you're talking about his bars and his delivery and shit. Like when I really hear what Thug's saying, sometimes I'll be like, fuck, that's pretty genius to say.
For
that
the
shit.
most part, I rate
But
Thug
what's-
because of bravery, though. Like, it's not necessarily the things he's saying,
don't
because
think
it's
that's
like, it's
crazy
more just the
lyrical
things that he chooses to do on a track in a time where nobody else is doing that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And his confidence in like, this is gonna work. You know what I mean? So I commend his bravery most of the time when it comes to like the melodies and the hooks and whatnot, because he's just trying shit that like nobody else is really doing. But to his point, where it's like, you gotta kind of see why you're calling someone a pioneer. I guess we gotta first like define what makes a pioneer. Like, what is is it someone that elevates everyone else's game, or is it someone that changes the game of like what's coming out later on? And also, it could also be like, it's easy to say someone's a pioneer if what comes out of it, somebody great comes out of it. Like Young Thug. We can say Wayne's a pioneer because people like Young Thug came out of it, Drake came out of it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people came up out of that. So I think we even need to give him more time to see.
Definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
more
That's
time, yeah.
at the end
And
of the
that was my number
conversation.
one
It was
point.
like
That was my
he needs
number one
more
point.
time.
Yeah.
Cause you say he's a great. I'm like, yo, give it time.
Give it
Let's
time.
see
feel
how
like-
it plays out.
I feel like Doug. Okay, he's been here for like 6. I feel like he's been here for like. I'm getting mad low key, but he's been here for like what 6, 7 years, and I feel like he's already brought us some like great people that are heavily influenced him by him, like Gunna, Lil Baby and shit. A lot of niggas from ATL and switching up their shit. Like I feel like it's
Lil
because of
Baby's under
Thug,
the Migos though. So.
huh? I think
Lil Baby
Baby's
Migos.
inspired by Thug a little more than the Migos. I don't really hear
He
Migos.
raps, bro. He doesn't sing. He doesn't make Young Thug type tracks.
But I think it's also
That's just
easy.
his voice.
I think it's also
Yeah.
easy to say like all these people, like because when I'm hearing who you're naming, and all these guys run through the same circles, they chill with the same people, listen to the same stuff. They're all from the same place, so it's like, is Gucci
They're on the same
really?
block.
Is it Gucci?
And that's the thing.
You know
I
what I
don't really
mean?
respect
Like-
Gucci like people in hip hop respect Gucci. I don't really
But
like
you're
Gucci like
the
that.
guy you're calling a pioneer
for
thinks
sure.
he's a god. Like,
I know,
you know what I mean?
I know
Like,
that. I look at Gucci
Bro,
and I
I
see
feel
that
I feel like
everyone
you gotta
respects
respect Gucci if you like that kind of. I don't.
You
I'm
have
not
to.
a fan,
That's what
but
I'm
he's
saying.
he's a pioneer.
Yeah.
That's Gucci. Like I've been listening to Gucci from like when he was in the trap freestyle with OJ Juice.
So
like,
icy.
Shawty,
in the
so
kitchen
hard,
was my
triple
shit,
B
yo.
scale.
In the kitchen was my shit.
Yeah, like there's only a couple tracks off Gucci I can like say, all right, I like this and blah blah blah. But
Do you like new Gucci or old Gucci?
Old Gucci way better than new Gucci.
Yeah?
I like
Yeah,
Gucci
and I
like
didn't even like Gucci back
2012
then.
and 13.
I don't know.
Bro, I saw you came with that. What was that tape? What was that tape you came up from?
Trap House 3.
Yeah.
That shit was hot.
That
Trap
shit
House 3,
was
one
booming.
play,
Holy shit.
I came back with that.
Yo.
from
That
Miami.
shit was crazy.
Bro, what the
Yo.
fuck was wrong with this nigga,
It
bro?
was slapping in Miami. I had to bring it back for y'all, man.
What was
Yeah.
that Tarantula song again?
Damn, I didn't even hear
Lost
that
me
one.
on that.
Oh my god.
That one I'm not
Something
even-
one girl on the bike to one the handle
Oh.
but Ferrari F-130, so I call that bitch Tarantula.
that
Jeez. That song
Yeah, I
was
remember that.
hard, dog.
So real quick before we get too deep into ATL shit and all that,
Shout it.
we want to dive into the Kid Cudi. I'm pretty sure all of us heard it. Kid Cudi album and Kanye's album. Both of them. What was Ye's called?
It's by no, it's just
No,
Ye.
it's called Ye.
It's called Ye.
And then Cuddy's was Kids See Ghost.
Kids See Ghost
First off, what do you think about both of them?
Kids See Ghosts is way better than Kanye's album, in my opinion. I love what Cudi did on a lot of the songs, especially with his humming, his legendary humming.
Y'all like the
Dog! When I heard that, I was like, yo, Big Shaq is cheese somewhere right now. That shit sounded like they heard the man's not hot and they just went in and just put on steroids. Like, Kanye was snapping on that, but
I don't think so. I think Kanye's always kind of been wild and screaming.
but seeing that, like, the man sounded like an aggressive Jamaican. Like, that was
But
crazy.
then Big Shaq could have took it from like Jamaicans that's been doing it.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know, Ye just didn't connect with me the way I wanted it to. I liked probably 3 songs on there out of the 7. The song with Uncle Charlie, I can't remember what it's called. Violent Crimes and All Mine, I think it's called. I think those 3 were the standouts for me personally. For Kids See Ghost, I gave it like an 8.5 out of 10.
Bro, whole album's fire.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's
start
really
to
good,
finish.
and it's probably just gonna keep growing on me even more.
for
Like,
sure.
and I love that Cudi's into this whole like chanting thing. It's like he drilled. It's like he's brainwashing you almost. You heard it.
about
It's like a
repeating shit,
seance.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
like and
It's like hits you in a wave.
Ghost Town was like one of those ones where I was like,
yeah.
yo, that the 070 Shake, her part on the end of
Shout out
Ghost Town, I was
070
like,
Shake.
that is gonna kill concerts. Like
Yeah.
performance wise, all you have to do is cut off the music, and you're gonna hear everybody singing that, and it's gonna sound
free.
really, it's gonna
like-
sound really liberating.
That's
It's
why I was
gonna
like,
be
give me
dope.
goosebumps when he said that. That's
Yeah.
a nice voice, Drew. Anyway, I was saying that like
You faded that out nice.
just kind of listening to the soundtrack and everything on there, and I feel like there's not really much being said, but it's just like the sounds and everything is just like delivered.
I think
so
you're wrong.
well.
That's
Like,
why I think
there's
you're
a
wrong.
lot.
There's a lot.
there's a lot being said.
On which
Hold
one? On which one?
Don't
You're
come
talking
on
about
my net
Cudi
real
and
quick.
Kanye.
I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
like, look, if you have a track
I feel the
that's,
opposite
like,
way about the
5
Ye.
minutes. Yeah, like Ye's like, look. So you got like 5 minutes of a track, right? And then there'll be like Cudi and Ty Dolla $ign for like 3 minutes just going and saying the same thing, but it's just like you're into it, like they're saying some shit when they're not really saying much. But then like Ye went on there and like laid down solid verses. All of his verses on that are 20 times better than his
Bro, my
verses.
favorite
on
Way
is
Ye.
better.
Kids See Ghosts.
Way
Kids See
better.
Ghosts.
Yeah, that the beat alone is just like it gets you. It sounds like Starboy
Fucking
mixed with like
jungle.
That
fucking-
second song, I was like, wow, Kanye's saying some shit. Like, there we go. Like,
Yeah.
I was waiting. I wanted this on the Ye
I thought that'd be
album.
on the Ye
You
album.
know what I
But the
mean?
thing you gotta understand about the Ye album is that he changed that entire album.
I feel like that was dumb as fuck.
After the TMZ thing, like that's like because Charlamagne was saying like how he heard a completely
Yeah,
different album. Like
yeah.
that wasn't even supposed to be the album he dropped.
That's the one
So,
I
like,
want to hear.
somewhere
And I
in the
hope
vault,
he still
like,
drops
this
that.
nigga has another whole album that
Yeah.
he can drop, and like apparently that was better than Ye. And I like Ye. I'm a fan of the Ye one too. So like that's the thing. Like it's
I remember
just
Charlamagne
totally different.
saying that like everyone's gonna understand Kanye a lot more after he drops this album. Then he changed the whole, like he said, he changed the
Yeah.
whole thing.
I
So
don't
it's
get why
like
he
I
changed it 'cause
want to
he
hear
barely
it.
addressed anything that was going on.
I feel like he was tired of addressing it, bro. Like
And that's the
Yeah.
thing.
yeah, like
it's
he was
like-
just like fuck, like
We're
because
not talking
he's the
about
type of
that
person
also.
who's like he doesn't want
Like,
to answer to you. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like he's saying what he wants. He doesn't give a fuck.
I feel like Kanye kind of came in, said what he had to say, and the world but kind of started like backlash and like coming at him. So he's like, yo, you guys can't handle Kanye. You guys are just gonna get this.
I feel like
that's
he
why
was gonna
switched it
say
up.
some of the same sentiments that he said in that TMZ thing on his album, and that's where the pushback came from in his mind. Where it's like, yo,
be that
maybe I
too.
shouldn't put this out.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? He probably had like a MAGA album cover hat or some shit.
totally.
So where he's like, yo, I got to change this whole rollout, and he has the means and the genius capability to, like you look at the production on a album that was done in like a month and a half, way better than most
some of the
people's
songs
shit.
were like done the same day the album released. Like that's when some of the tracks were finished.
Yeah, he updated a song,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Crazy,
the album came out
man.
on June 1st. Like
Kanye
some
stays
tracks
doing
got
that.
finished on June 1st.
Remember when
Yeah,
T-Lock came out?
bro. I actually fucking love that
changed
concept.
shit.
That was like the
Yeah.
first time I've ever seen something like that, where like you
Kept
put out the
changing
raw
it.
album and then like fix this and then this is a new version.
I've always
And
wondered
this
if you
is
could
cool.
do that. Can artists just like, if they hear something they don't like, it could be an old song, new song, whatever. Are you allowed to just edit a song?
I think what Apple
And keep
Music,
the
yeah, he
streams.
showed that.
You could, I guess.
Because that should be that would be
genius.
sick. Like
I feel like
imagine
it's
being
just
a Drake and hearing a fucking old like headlines or something. And you knew you wanted to drop something on there that was a little bit better.
Go fix it.
You know.
I feel like you have to do
like
it
you
live.
just-
Like,
you have to be
like,
bold to
like
do
how
that.
he was doing it like really live. It was like one track here, one track there, like a couple of weeks after the release. It is just worked out.
Yeah, I kind of like the raw version though. Like the
So-
one that wasn't as like high quality.
I felt that way too, but at the same time, it's like I question like my subconscious when I take in things, and is it just because I got used to it? Like I've been bumping it for so long, it's like it's just like when something like change just kind of throws you off. So I'm like, I don't know which.
That's kind of the
to me and shit.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
That's kind of the thing. What you were saying. That's kind of the thing I didn't like about the Ye album was that it did sound unmastered. Didn't sound like it was engineered properly. And for Kanye, for his level of production, I expect a certain amount of quality. And like I could tell when he's doing some certain things deliberately. Like there's some times where he will not put any effects on someone's voice because he wants you to hear that pain or whatever the case may be. But I don't feel like he obviously he didn't have a lot of time, but I don't feel like he put nearly as much effort into the sound, the sonics, right? But yeah, I think the sonics wise, other than the production is amazing, but just like vocally, it wasn't the same. Like Kids See Ghosts vocally sounds leagues ahead. Yeah. Like the vocal arrangement on that's way better. Ty Dolla $ign is amazing, by the way. Like
I don't like Ty Dolla $ign, but he was amazing.
What?
I'm a fan.
You don't like
I'm a fan
him?
of Ty Dolla $ign.
He has a good voice. He has a really good voice, but I'll never listen to Ty. Y'all listen to Beach House?
Did you listen to
Good
Free
voice
TC?
and
Yeah. That's an older one, right?
It's like like probably 2 years, 3 years now. Yeah.
I heard that. But like,
Beach House.
I'd rather Ty Dolla $ign as a feature.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
he's really good as a feature. Yeah, he's
I
really
can't
good as a
listen to his
feature.
whole album.
I really like his voice, yo.
He has a good voice.
Yeah.
Real quick question before we run out of time here. I was thinking to myself the other day. I said, "Shit, chocolate chip cookies or oatmeal?" No, I'm playing.
Chocolate.
So with all these like collab albums coming out and like rumors about this artist is about to collab with this artist, what's an album that you guys want to see like two artists make an album like Cudi and Ye?
There's a lot.
I got mine.
I don't know if I have an ultimate one, but I have like cool ideas.
Yeah, like I don't have none that's like definite.
Yeah,
just for like you
it'll be me like yo,
what you would want to say.
Kanye Skepta.
Yeah.
Like I'm waiting on Skepta to drop like a crazy fucking album, bro.
Yeah, the last one didn't impact the way it was supposed to.
The way it was supposed to.
I need to see Skepta and Rocky make an album, and I need to see Tyler and Ye make an album.
I think those two. Skepta and ASAP make an album.
Bro,
I don't need to see Tyler and Kanye make an album.
I think Kanye and Tyler would be interesting.
Crazy.
I don't think it's. I don't need to see
But I
that.
think it'd be like overproduced.
Bro,
like mad violence, cellos
I
and
feel
shit.
like good chemistry.
bro, look on Smuckers when Tyler and Kanye and
I
Wayne.
feel like for a full
that
one, I don't know
whole
if it would
song
be good
was
chemistry.
crazy.
I feel like it would. I don't know. Not something I'd care.
You guys
You
like
didn't
Nicki and
listen?
Wayne?
Yeah,
together?
sometimes. So for
They
all
just
time's
dropped
sake.
Rich Sex today. Did you guys hear it?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm not
It's all right.
I'm not.
I
Wayne's
need
Wayne
to say, yeah. I love Wayne, man. Such a good
Yo, what do you
guy.
think of the Georgia Smith album?
Really good, man.
shit.
Really good debut album. And I like that she didn't go with features. Like that was very brave.
Oh, I didn't even take that in.
But it's also very smart because I was watching the Beats One interview and she was saying a lot of people only know me because I'm pretty, and that's fine. But like I want people to know that like I'm talented type thing. So her making sure that there was no features on it, one, very brave. Because especially as a UK artist, you're trying to cross over so much that UK artists a lot of times find themselves doing that US collab like Chip with Chris Brown and Skepta and ASAP and stuff like that. So it was very brave of her to not do that. Especially because even R&B singers from the UK, a lot of times they'll come over and the first thing they need to do is collab. Like they gotta put a collab with an American artist on their shit. Yeah. Like I think of the American Boy song. What song is it again?
American Boy.
American Boy, yeah. With that one artist, I can't remember her name, but
It was Kanye.
That's a big track.
Kanye was on there too.
Kanye
Yeah,
and that girl.
that was a bigger track. But have you heard of her since?
What's her name?
But
Exactly.
it makes sense to do that though.
It makes sense if your
right
talent can carry over.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you can continue being consistent, all for it. Do your thing. Like Skepta he went over to New York, did a sold out thing, kept coming back and doing songs with artists, like a 1-2 here and there. So like he knows his time is coming in the States. It's just with the States, especially when it comes to rap, there's this ignorance of like, I don't understand you. And like, it's more of I don't want to understand you than I'm going to try and listen to you.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to have to get over that hump first. But
For America specifically, like Toronto, like
Toronto's very accepting, yeah. We have the same slang, so it's a little bit more helpful.
It's easier for us because
Yeah.
we taught the same and shit.
But it is English at the end of the day, so it's like, come on. A lot of times
Like,
they.
a lot of their shit's Jamaican influence, and like in the States, like there's only certain pockets that really have that Jamaican influence. Like if you go out like to the West Coast, like there's not that many Jamaicans over there.
Yo,
You know
there's
what I'm
actually a
saying?
reggae party in LA called Pom Pom Tuesdays.
Pom Pom Tuesdays.
And that's everyone in California is in, every Jamaican in California is there.
Is there?
Hey, y'all read
every
Pom
week.
I think it's a fruit or something.
They come from everywhere, San
Yeah.
Diego, all that.
There's Jamaicans in New York. I know there's
New
Jamaicans,
York,
Boston,
Boston, and
Miami.
Florida. That's about it, bro.
That's about it, yo. That's
They
pretty
Detroit.
much- Detroit?
Not
Detroit
too
ain't got
bad.
no Jamaican.
Detroit
They got
mostly-
Dwayne Casey now.
Yeah, see?
Damn,
That's sad.
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Are they? Aren't they in our conference? Like division? Sorry, not
yeah,
conference.
yeah.
Division.
It's gonna be awkward.
It's gonna be very
It is
awkward.
what it is, bro. You weren't winning. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Do you guys agree that they should get rid of like? Because they're saying they're open to trading Kyle and DeRozan. Like if anybody wants them, we're
For the
free
right
reign.
price, yeah.
Look a bundle, man.
For
Give
the
us
right-
someone
for the
good.
right price, yeah. I'm saying
Who'd you guys want?
Like a Paul George.
A lie? Like
LeBron.
I'll take a Paul George.
apparently we're the dark horse of teams that he's interested in,
Yeah, don't sleep.
but we're way down on that
He likes
list.
Cabana still.
We're
Yeah,
way
he
down.
likes
on that
Cabana.
list.
He likes Cabana.
He likes
so
Cabana.
It was the same party, bro.
Yeah, he loves
Enjoy
Cabana.
that.
so
All we have to
we'll
do is just
see.
play March Madness for an hour,
Yeah.
and he'll be good. Plus, OVO
While
is
talking
here.
about the contract, just play it low faintly in the background.
It'd be kind of wild to see LeBron and Drake on the same team in a sense, like because he is the ambassador. Like seeing them both in the same city, that'd be kind of wild.
It's a
See what
far
would come out of
shot.
that.
It's a far shot, but like
that nigga would never come here.
I feel like
Nah.
he need to bring like
For his family, I
Solid
feel like
guys.
LA is gonna be because it's gonna
not
come
going
down
to
to a
LA?
lifestyle
He's
choice.
not
It's
going
not
to
gonna
LA.
be a
Yeah,
basketball
it's coming
choice.
down to the weather. and
he's
shit.
not
It's
going
gonna
to
come
LA.
down to but that's what I'm saying. It's gonna come
Yeah.
down to a lifestyle choice and
Miami,
like
Houston, or LA?
He's not going to LA.
why not?
Nah,
if you
can't-
retire,
Go to Miami?
because you're talking so much about Kobe and comparing him to Kobe so much, he's not going to go to his team.
Good point.
he doesn't have to go to that team. There's the LA Clippers. There's Golden State Warriors.
Nah,
Nah,
never
Curry's
that.
third.
He's not going. He's not going.
All
to
man's
LA.
taking pay cuts.
Never that.
Everyone thought about it.
So,
for a
yeah,
second.
give me a second.
he's
Gotta think
meeting
about
with
it.
them.
Yo,
He may go to Houston.
He's meeting
still.
with Golden State, so don't sleep.
don't sleep on Houston.
Come on,
Houston
Durant.
is where I want him to go.
Yeah, I want him to
because
go to
that for
Houston.
me that makes the most sense for his career.
I wouldn't
but
like it. I want Harden to win a chip without any of that shit.
Harden's not gonna like it more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Harden left
Bro,
OKC for that reason.
He needs the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
Every single play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chris Paul makes sure he gets that
Yeah.
ball when he needs to, so it's different when it's
Harden will
LeBron.
lobby against that for sure.
But anywhere he goes, he has to play off the ball.
Timberwolves. Maybe.
Hey,
Don't sleep. That would be a pretty good squad.
Shout out.
couldn't
Hey,
squad
Wiggins.
that city though. That's the thing. It's like the city. You gotta think of his kids and stuff, right? He's got a new daughter. He's got two sons who are like growing up. One's a teenager. The one's seriously considering basketball
Man,
right now.
Miami, bro. That's where everyone's trying to move.
Nah,
to.
fuck
He
that.
ain't gonna-
Dwayne Wade's
Man,
washed
man,
up.
Catch me out though.
He needs to go home.
Leaves Cleveland for Miami again.
Nah,
God,
you can't do that.
I would never go to Miami again if I was in
We're gonna
Cleveland.
fucking
Nah,
I would never go to South Beach.
It would fit the narrative. I feel
I'm
like.
bad.
It's like, oh shit.
It would.
That's what he did.
That's what he
Alright.
did.
I'm changing my mind again.
To be honest, Cleveland can't be mad at him because he came, he did what he was
came,
supposed
yeah.
to do, and then they didn't provide him with the help he needed for
Jerseys are
2
getting
years.
burned still.
Yeah,
But
just still getting burned.
getting burned,
Bro,
It is
whenever-
what
why'd
it
you
is.
waste your money
They
on that?
burned DeRozan jerseys.
Honestly,
so.
I'm
How
mad
much
because
that
I
bill?
really think Kyrie.
That's
Yeah,
Do you think if
I
Kyrie
remember.
was playing, they would have murked Boston?
Yeah.
I mean, Boston would have murked Cleveland.
Yeah.
Do you think if Paul didn't get injured, Warriors would have murked?
Yeah.
Would have got murked?
Nah.
The Warriors would have beat
don't
Golden
think
State, I think. If,
Warriors
if Chris
would've
Paul
beat-
was still in.
Warriors would have beat Golden
I mean,
State.
sorry, Houston would have beat Warriors.
I don't think so.
I don't think
No?
so.
The way Durant was acting up, I think it was game. If it's Game 7, and face elimination, it's gonna be a
I
wrap.
don't know, man. If they got them to Game 7, then that's more than enough for me to believe that it was possible, yo.
But look at the blowout on Game 7.
Because remember, he was out
like,
for 2 games,
look at-
not just 1 game, 2 games.
Yeah, but look at the
One was
blowout
an
when Curry
elimination.
was acting up and Durant was acting up.
But it's easy to act up when you don't have that veteran voice out there. Remember, Chris Paul's a leader on the court. He's not just some guy out there.
But I
I'd
feel
be
like
so
Harden
scared playing
blazes
LeBron's
him
team,
too
bro.
much.
Imagine LeBron like screaming at you.
Bro, you see when Cavs mess up, who do they look at? Like I was
not looking at
watching the
LeBron, I'm
whole
looking at
series.
right away.
The whole series, I'm watching them specifically to see if they're doing it because I noticed it one time and I couldn't stop seeing it. Every time a man does a turnover, takes a wide open shot that LeBron just
I am
passes to
not
them,
looking at this
they
fucking
look
guy.
straight at him and you see him go.
Sounds like me.
Nah, look at this guy. Yo.
Sounds like someone
That's
I
like
know.
playing with me,
So,
huh?
yeah. I shoot something. I look at Julian like
Hey, last night I was in my bag though.
I was in my bag last night too.
Dope.
I'm trying to live with love, so I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Anyways, I'm trying to wrap
I'm trying to
this
get
up.
back in shape for ball.
Ball is
Anything
life.
we gotta say? What we got going on?
Man,
Shit.
you know,
We need a barber, man. When's the last time y'all got a cut? Who
bro,
cuts you?
my
Who
shit
cuts
is
your hair?
rough.
Yo,
But he ain't got no beard,
my
though.
barber closed down because of relocating. So I went to Eglinton West because I'm like, yo, I just gotta go to Jamaican still. I don't know where it is.
haircut.
Just gotta go where I know.
Well, shit. If y'all know a barber, holla at us.
Extra Gravy podcast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
check out my
shit.
man.
Yeah. I'm about to come hop on the episode. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
a
I'm
minute.
trying to
guys.
get on.
Go
Come
talk
through,
about some
come
bullshit.
through,
Yeah,
come
so
through.
we about to go over there. That's mainly why I called him over here. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come on your show, come on my shit, man.
Yeah, we got a live show June 13th, this Wednesday.
shit.
We're
Shit,
interviewing
where's it?
Tiara Thomas over at the Great Hall, like Queen Ossington, 4:30 to 6. It's free.
That's that way.
The Great Hall.
Yeah.
Your first one sold out, right?
Dovercourt?
Yeah, yeah,
Dover-
yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, Tiara Thomas, for those of you guys who don't know, she was on the hook of Wale Bad.
Is she
Yep.
Oh,
And then she just dropped a mixtape. It was fucking fire.
from
Nobody's
here?
really talking about. No. But she signed to. She released her EP through a label that's Toronto based, and so we got in touch with them. And
What time's that going on?
4:30 to 6 on Wednesday.
Shit. So by the time this come out, it's already going
It's
on.
already going on, man.
Too late. Get up, go now.
Run. Right. That's crazy, man. We're gonna go fuck with him over there. X Gravy. Make sure you go subscribe. How you like having a podcast? I'm about to ask you that.
What?
How you like having a podcast?
Oh, I love it. I love it, man. It's like, it's just fun to come sit down and talk shit. Like, you guys do that every week, so you guys know how it is. But just come and talk shit with your boys. And, like, it's a learning experience for me, too, because a lot of times I'll think one way about something and then go into the podcast, have a discussion, and my whole thinking is changed on it, right? So it opens your mind. It helps you keep social, especially in our business where we're like constantly behind a computer editing or doing whatever.
Bro, that's how I've been feeling for the past like shit.
Right?
Fuck.
You almost feel like you forget how to talk to people. So it's like,
yes, I do. If I go downstairs, pick up my package, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying to this nigga. Oh shit, fast package.
yeah, man. It's a real thing. I don't think people understand like how secluded the life is sometimes when you're trying to like get to a certain point. So it's fun to come and just congregate, talk shit, have some drinks.
Where do you record now?
We record over at my boy's office, on Public Records office. Yeah, until the studio's done being built, basically. There's like a studio being built. By next year, we'll be in it.
Jeez.
We'll probably have an in-studio audience too.
Yeah. Oh shit, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Sick.
Big things
Well,
like
shit,
that.
you guys look out for that. It's 22 outside, so I'm gonna go outside, get a little tan. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.
I needs that. Yo.
Yeah,
I gotta go ahead.
Hey
in my
man,
fucking
I'm
room.
preaching love now, man. Everyone live with love, man. Hey, go to my Twitter. I'm sure y'all seen it, bro. I love y'all, all y'all. I love
Make sure y'all
y'all.
follow Kanye too.
Yeah.
Love, man. Y'all-
Young Thug is the GOAT, you heard me?